Right then, take two. Shut up. Why is it all... Why are you always so mean? Why are you always so mean? All hearts in the chat, if you want. I haven't actually started yet, Terminator. I mean, you know, like, we could start now if you want. I mean, yeah, feel free to say hello. Hello, YouTube. What we here for? So, if you aren't fully well aware, of course, with the likes of last week, we had a pretty interesting batch of Lunar New Year skins predominantly, with a few Valentine skins sprinkled in, and some various holiday-themed skins as well. You know, you saw them, I'm sure. Cool. So we talked about that already. So what's happened over the past weekend and as of Monday right now? Well, it's looking pretty in pink because everybody decides to jump in and do Valentines. What it appears to be is a whole bunch of people who did Lunar New Year skins last week doing Valentine skins this week, and a whole bunch of people that did Valentines last week have done, Lunar New Year skins this week. So it's kind of been a bit of a reversal. Oh, look, two skins just appeared right there. Very nice, very cool. So they're still coming in. We'll talk all about those skins, of course, during the Rust Workshop skin check. So this is slowly building up. 67 skins so far. I mean, technically 69 with what we just saw. But something's caught my eye. It was something we were expecting, and I want to talk a little bit about it now. So as I scroll down, what do we see? Taking our time, looking lovely, pretty in pink. What do we have right here? Lovestruck boots and gloves. Now, this is looking to be pretty interesting. Why is that? Well, there's a very strong trend that's been going on these past few years that very likely will continue. So if you aren't fully well aware, back in 2021, much like how we pointed out with that video from last week, we were trying to figure out what's going to happen with the likes of our upcoming Rust store, the February 8 Rust store. Back in 2021, we had Lunar New Year skins being accepted. Then over the course of the weekend, we also had Valentine skins being accepted. Out of that small batch of Valentine skins that are accepted on the Saturday, we got Lovestruck Hoodie and Pants. Then in 2022, what did we see for Valentines? We got Lovestruck Tier 3. And then last year, well, what do you reckon happened? We got Tier 2. So essentially, we do have a full collection of Lovestruck. And don't we all look ever so lovely in pink? Wonderful. Of course, that's not the best camouflage for running around in a grassy area, but it's a goofy, fun set. Cool, fair enough. And people have shown appreciation. If we were to go to scmm.app right now, if I were to type in Lovestruck, what do we see? What do we have? It's just over to here. Here we go. Right, so yes. That is the full set. But as you can see, the boots and gloves have been submitted. And based on what I just said, 2021... 2022, 2023, it's looking pretty interesting, isn't it? We have, in many instances before, even when we have the likes of a full collection, or if it's just part way through with the core pieces, when boots and gloves are accepted, you still see a bit of a spike in demand, spike in price. And with what happened last year, when we got the Tier 2, of course, with the last core piece, with the likes of the Hoodie and Pants, they went up ever so nicely. Even the Tier 3. So I thought, why don't we just highlight this very nicely? Because there is an opportunity here. But if you've seen my most recent video, this right here, Rust has changed, I've had to review myself. So here is a very, very good example in how I'm probably going to have to change things up. So throughout all this video you saw here, I realise I have to approach things a lot more carefully, alright? So I'm pointing out the positives, but I leave the final, the final answer to yourself and what you're going to do. There is a risk that maybe it turns out the boots and the gloves, no, maybe not this year. Maybe, face punch decides. Face punch is the final answer, the final verdict. They might just turn around and say, don't want them. Or they very likely will continue to trend, and, for 2024, boots and gloves, wow! But there's also another thing that we've only just kind of figured out or found out recently. So in regards to boots and gloves, they are supposed to be a combination, a pair. Skin creators will submit them as a pair, and the expectation is they'll be accepted as a pair. Very weirdly, last year, so if I go to roadside gloves, as we see here, we had 11 skins submitted for roadside gloves last year. But the very strange thing is, out of all of them, how many were paired with their boots? Not a lot. So 11 pairs. What we have here, Comics Roadside Gloves, that came out with the boots. Easter, nope. Hard to Suit Roadside Gloves, yep, that came with the boots. Toy Gloves, nope. JPEG, nope. Pirate, nope. High quality metal? Nope. Training? Nope. Run it? Nope. Pump? Nope. Thundergold? Yes. We only had 3 instances where the boots and the gloves were actually accepted together. Huh. So that was a new thing that we just came across. So would things still potentially work out with the likes of Lovestruck if we only ended up with one of the boots and the gloves? I still think so. And it will, it will bring attention to it. It will bring attention to it. Like how we recently just had Thundergold Tier 2 accepted. Suddenly everybody cares about the Tier 3, and right now it's still holding up very nicely. I get the feeling a lot of people just didn't realise it existed. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more people that are aware of this because it's been around for a few years, but just with one instance of a new skin being accepted, people are going to think, oh, where did this come from? Wait, there's a full set of pink? I need this in my life. But anyway, I just want to show you what happened to the Hoodie and Pants last year. So right now you can see the quantities. It's a bit fat in some instances. With these two, not so much. But let's just see how these reacted when we had the Tier 2 accepted last year. So currently this is selling for, what, $4? Yep, and the hoodie's about $3.50 if I'm correct. Yes, indeed. Yep, $3.54. But what we care about is what happened for February 2023. Scrolling down, Valentine's Day, I'm pretty sure you can spot that. That happened. These went all the way up to $7 plus. And then when you look at the likes of the pants, as I scroll down here, what do you see? Oh, look, the exact same thing. Now, how long did that go on for? It was a few days, all right? So this is another thing. If it does happen, if we do see the likes of a spike in demand, spike in price, because we got the boots, the gloves being accepted, please acknowledge this. The Lovestruck skins, they will go up in price, but it won't stay up forever, okay? So you do have to acknowledge that if that were to happen, take that into consideration. Now, if I show liquidity, you can also see how many skins sold. So the blue lines indicate the amount of sales, what happened last year. Oh, yeah, that also spiked up very nicely. So, yeah, get a good look at that. There was a big surge in demand, but then it tapers off, and then eventually it disappears back to normal. So take that into consideration. There is a very nice potential thing on the horizon, but what we also have to acknowledge, based on what we have with this video over here, that's lingering over my head a lot now, nothing is a guarantee. There is a nice opportunity, there is a nice potential that could happen, and as I said, the trend is very strong, but what are you going to do, all right? Now, I already have a whole bunch of these skins, because I knew that at some point down the line, we're going to have more Lovestruck skins, so anticipating the idea of what we're currently in at the moment, this position, I bought a whole bunch of those kilts. In fact, can I show that right now? Let's go over to here, and there you go. I don't have that many Hoodie and Pants anymore, but pretty much everything you see here was from a buy order. I just never really sold them because, they only really ever go up during February, so I'm sure that makes sense to you. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this, all right? I bought these literally last year for a much cheaper price. I've been waiting for this moment, and I'm waiting for the potential of this, all right? But it's up to you with what you want to do from here and now, okay? Don't you want to be pink? All right. And also, get a good look at the workshop at the moment, because as I said, there's tons of pink things. Oh, look, a circus cannon. Huh. Didn't we just talk about... What? That's weird. We were just joking. All right, let me just show you something. So if you aren't fully well aware, if you've been keeping an eye on the commits and whatnot, they're kind of like going over some Hack Week details and whatnot. One of them was Hack Week vehicle weapons, a cannon attached to a car. And I had the really goofy idea, what if they had cannons in which you could climb into them, get shot out, and use your parachute to land on top of bases? And some very smart, funny person said, oh, well, we'll have to paint it like a circus cannon. And then that appeared. That is really weird. That is a very... We're in the Matrix, I swear. Anyway, always keep an eye on the commits. Loads of goofy things being mentioned. And if you want to stay up to date in regards to what we potentially might see for March update, we will find out. Don't you dare... No, don't look at his link. I'm not going to show that on screen. Bad, Micro. Bad. You're naughty. Anyway, back over to here. So we've been seeing this, we've been discussing this. Now, if you're wondering, Hedge, are there any other potential Valentines investments? Is there anything that could work out? Not really. This is literally the only thing. So just another heads up. Potential investments for Valentines? Not really. not really. It's just this, and the fact that this is basically done now, like this is the final hurrah for this, and we'll find out what happens. So, as I said, keep an eye on the workshop, see what we potentially might get. And I have noticed deplorables having continuations. Like, I remember that we had the Evil Heart Sheet Metal Door, and now we got the likes of an Evil Heart Large Box. And I did show this very briefly. I do remember we had, what was it? I can't remember. I know had a skin accepted before. That was this pattern. I just can't remember what skin it was. But I'll have to find that out in time for the likes of the Rust Workshop skin checks. Yeah. But don't forget, we're also expecting Lunar New Year next week. So, this week, the next upcoming Rust store. That's the question. That's the thing. Okay, cool. So, we very likely, as I said, will either have a mix of Lunar New Year skins, Year of the Dragon, so Dragon themed skins, and Valentines, or it would be just Lunar New Year skins, and then over the weekend, then we get a batch of Valentines. We've already discussed this in the previous video, so if you were to go over to here and look at my videos from the past week, it's this video right here. All right, consider giving that a good watch if you want to get in the know of what's likely to happen. But yeah, now it's just a case of the waiting game. I don't expect normal skins. So I've got to show you this real quickly. As a nice little sneak peek, we've had some very interesting submissions from notable collections. Whiteout Thompson, and we also had the likes of Thundergold AK. Yeah, some pretty cool looking, sweet looking skins have been submitted, and I'm very much looking forward to talking about all of these skins for the upcoming Rust Workshop skin checks. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for my collection that I'm slowly building up, which I've already lost the link to because I've been just clicking tons and tons and tons of links. There you go. So yeah, interesting things on the horizon, but we don't fully know what's going on because Face Punch haven't been super clear what their intentions are for February 8. So we'll find out. I hope you like the colour pink. What about Wings of Love? I do remember that Hoodie Pants. I don't remember what year they came out. So again, if you go to sum.app, just look at all the previous Valentines. So let's go to 2023 Valentine's Day. Here we are, Valentine's 2023. And have I noticed any other continuations? Not really. I have seen Mr. PYH with his brand new submission. So if you can remember that box from last year, I have noticed your large box, Mr. PYH. What's that? We've got a large box, even more chocolate. Wow, ever so exquisite, delicious. So there are things like that. But I didn't see it that year. So what about if I go to the previous year? I'm pretty sure what you're talking about, Wings of Love, was... there we go. Because yeah, I think last year we're hoping to see Tier 3 or Tier 2, and they didn't make it. Last year they made a jacket, didn't they? I remember, it was Eros. I'm not sure what Eros has submitted recently. Oh, there you go, that's it. That's the continuation. So that garage door that we just saw a second ago, there it is. Yep, there you go, perfect. We've actually just found out it was a continuation of that. So yeah, go look at the past. Go see other Valentine skins that we've had. Yes, there are continuations that very likely could be accepted. Just know, there you go, and that large box that we just saw a second ago as well. There we are, yep. So, yeah, go give it a look. SCMM has it all right there. Just use the time notch thing in the top right, and just use the burger menu to easily access all the previous years. It's all accessible to you. So, yeah, Valentine's on the horizon, but the only real thing that we're considering to, potentially make some good potential profit, maybe, I'm choosing my words wisely, is the Lovestruck collection. And that was the very subject that we talked about at the very beginning. So, yeah, it's all there. So, who knows what we'll get? Face Punch decides. And that's not always a fun outcome, but it is what it is. Right then, so I guess that's it. Chat, do you have any other questions you might want to ask? Is there anything else that's on your mind? I know a lot of people also questioning the likes of the Legacy Kevlar boots and gloves. Yes, they are expected to be made and be ready by March 4 swipe, so that's another thing. The question is, though, if they were to be accepted, will we also definitely potentially get both the boots and gloves accepted, or would we just potentially have one thing being omitted? Because we also did talk about how it appears that for some strange reason, Face Punch loves to accept boots during Complete the Sets. Oh yeah, go look at all the previous Complete the Sets. You'll always notice a pair of boots. What's down here? Oh, look, it's a pair of boots. Okay, cool. What about the previous complete the sets before that in May? All right, I'll go over to there. What do we see? Oh, boots. Okay, okay. What about the one before that? What do we have? Complete the sets, part 1 and part 2 from 2022. Boots and boots. There's boots everywhere. There's always boots. So we might randomly see some boots being forgotten about, but then, oh wow, look, it's right here and complete the sets. So yeah, that seems to be something they do on purpose, maybe, potentially. We'll see. All right then, so that was a ramble. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay optimistic. We'll probably have a very, very, very interesting Rust store this upcoming Thursday, and keep an eye out for the Rust Workshop Skin Checks video. So thank you very much for watching, and have a lovely day.